In this session, we are going to look at importing the chart of accounts into Run School Management. Now, there are situations where the school hands in a chart of accounts that does not need much work and we can import it directly into the system. But there are also situations where the school just gives us a few of their accounts or just sends us their budget, and then we take their income and expenses from there and we populate it in our template and import it into the system. I'm going to show you how to do both ways. I'm going to start with the second situation where I mentioned that the school gives us some of their income and expense accounts and we populate it with our template in order to import it into the system. All right, so I'm going to start off by using the Excel sheet that the school gave us. Let's take, for example, this school that gave us the income and expense accounts like this. Okay, as you can see, there's a few income accounts and there's a few expense accounts. Unfortunately, the system does not allow us to import Word documents, so we need to put this in Excel. A school also requires customer control accounts, supplier control accounts, bank accounts, cash accounts, etc. And as you can see, this is not here in this list. So what we do, we take this template, let me just open my template. I have this template that I took from the system where I usually edit and add the school's income and expenses. As you can see, this is just a basic template where there are income and expenses for common schools that the schools have in common, but I can edit this in the income statement part. As you can see, my income statement ends here. This is the last line. And the rest here is all balance sheet accounts, which I will not touch. I will leave it as per the template. All right, so let's start now with the income accounts. I can already remove this because I know that the school doesn't have that. So I will delete these lines because I will base it on this. And I can see the school has school fee income, which I will go into my file and change this to school fee income. Okay, then I can see that the school has grants received from the WCD, which in this case is almost the same as WCD income, but here WCD income is account group and it has other sub-accounts. So this school in particular does not use this, and I will remove everything. And I will change this to grants received from the WCD as per the Word document. And instead of having the account type account group, I will have this be other income. Okay, let's just check if my spelling and my sentence is correct. Grants received from WCD. Let's check my Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, grants received from WCD. All right, I will move to the next step. Now I can see the other income accounts. We have fundraising, donation, interest received, and my school. I'll go back into my Excel spreadsheet. I can already see this is not part of the school's income accounts, so I will delete it. And I will start editing them here. So let's go and select donation income, fundraising income. I will copy it and I will go into here and paste. Now I want to paste it in the format that my spreadsheet is, so I will select this option here. So as you can see now I have donation income and fundraising income. There are other income and the parent account is that one. Is that one. So it's correct. And let's move to the next ones, interest received and my school. So I can put here interest received, my school income. Just to clarify that this is an income. Now I don't need any other income accounts, so I'm just going to delete all of them except for sundry income. I left out sundry income because sometimes there are situations where the school actually uses sundry income, but they don't realize that they use it. So I would rather just keep sundry income. It's always there, just in case. Now I'm going to change the codes. As you can see, here it goes from the parent account, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 19. So this 19 shouldn't be here. So I'm going to change this to 5. So it follows the order. All right. There is no fundraising in my Word document, so I'm going to delete this. I have deleted it. Okay, so now my income side is exactly the same what my Word document is. Okay, now let's move into the expenses side. I am going to copy all of this. Oh, sorry. Before copying it, I'm going to check my Excel spreadsheet, and I can see here there is textbooks. So for a fact, I already checked this before, so I know that this list also has textbooks, and I will actually exclude it from here so I know that I don't have to import that. Now I don't know how to delete this. Let's find a way to delete. Okay, we deleted rows. Then I will move to my spreadsheet. I know there's no local purchases, nothing of this, so I'm going to delete everything here. All right, now my personnel expenditure, I always prefer to leave it like this as per what's in the O43 report, because when we are mapping it to the O43, it's important to split it between educators and non-educators. So I will leave this like this, and if I check my Word document, I have here, where is it? I did see it here, can't find it now. Employee costs. Now, I will usually delete this row, employee costs, because I have it in my Excel spreadsheet as non-educators and educators. Then I usually ask the school to split their budget according to educators and non-educators, because that's what the O43 report requires you to do. And for the mapping reasons, it's important to have it separate. Okay, now I'm going to start importing my other expenses. I can copy everything and I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to change the format again, as I mentioned with the other income. And I'll just go down to check if everything is correct. Everything is correct. And again, I'm going to import sundry expenses because I feel like sundry expenses is an important account. All right, and I will delete this last row. And that's basically it. That's what I do when the schools send me the chart of accounts like this, or it can also be in their budget. When they send it to me in their budget, I also will change this template that we have and have their income and expense accounts according to what they want. As you can see, balance sheet accounts, I did not touch it. Okay, then I will save it and import it into the system. Now, the other way, let me just close it. The other way is actually this spreadsheet that I have open here. This spreadsheet here is when the school sends it to us in this format. This format is a format that is accepted by the system, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns and 1 row for each account. You have a column with a code. The code has to be unique, otherwise the system doesn't let you import the code. Then you have the description. Description can be the same, there's no problem, but the code has to be unique. Then you have the parent account, which is important just to enable the system to identify if this is a sub account, if this is a main account, if this is a parent account, and so on. Then you have the account type. The account type is going to help the system identify the accounting treatment for each account. So school fee is our sales as a school. That's the sales of the school. So this is considered sales. Then you have the rest, which is just other income, because it's not really what you are selling. It's not really the service that you are providing. Then you have the financial category, which is the income statement and balance sheet here at the bottom. Now this helps the system identify where to place this account in the financial reports. Is it going to go to the income statement or is it going to go to the balance sheet? So all income and expenses will be part of the income statement. And then when you have your assets, your liabilities, your equity, your bank, your payables, your receivables, that will all go into your balance sheet. Okay? All right, so just a little trick that I use here with the codes. So as you can see, for example, WCD income is a parent account and the code is 100, 1000. Then these other ones are sub-accounts and the code for the sub-accounts are 100, 1001, 100, 1002, 100, 1003, 100, 1004. So they all follow one specific order, which helps me identify that, okay, this is all under WCD income. I will show you why this is important, why I feel like this is an important thing to do when we import them into the system. So now I'm going to save my file and I'm going to close it because we can't have the file open when we are importing it. And I'm back at the system. I'm going to go to accounting and chart of accounts and I'm going to import from template. I will select import from file and click on these three dots, select from disk. And now I will just have to search for my accounts. This is my accounts. This is my file that I've edited on Excel and I want to import. As you can see, the file is here at the bottom. We can see all the accounts. Don't worry about the code. It's just like this because the column is small. But the code is there, there's no problem. And then I'll just click on import. I just have to wait a little bit and then I get a message that says done. This also depends on your internet. If you have good internet, then it's going to be quick as mine. But if your internet's slow, then it's also going to be slow. Okay, it said done. Now I'm going to close this. And if I see here, my chart of accounts have been imported. Whenever I have yellow accounts, these are parent accounts. And if I open them up, I can see all my sub-accounts here. Whenever I have yellow, as I mentioned, sub-accounts. And if I have them in white, it's not a sub-account, it's not a parent account, it's just an account, an independent account. I can open it up here, I will see parent account is empty, account type is expenses, and so on. Now, something that's important here in the chart of accounts. When your account is in yellow, when it says account group, you cannot map this to the 043 and you cannot allocate a budget to this. I will show this in my next videos where I'll explain how to do the budget in the 043. But you cannot map it to the 043 or allocate a budget to an account group. So when it's yellow, you can't do it. You can do it for the sub-accounts. Sales, cost of sales, no problem. But to the account groups, you cannot do it. Okay, now after importing the chart of accounts, what I suggest everybody to do is open all the yellow ones and see if they open. Because sometimes there's a problem importing. Maybe there was an error in the Excel file. You just need to check if you did it correctly. You see all of the ones I opened now have all opened and shown me sub-accounts. Now I opened up this one. As you can see, I clicked on the circle. Nothing opened up. So it means that this is an account group, but there's nothing allocated underneath it. We need to allocate accounts to this account group. And I will know which accounts go there according to the code. As you can see, my code is 26000000. Then you have teacher salary, 26000001, 26000002, 260003, 26004. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up by double clicking. And where it says parent account, I'm going to select the parent account it's supposed to go to, which is personnel expenditure, and I'm safe. Now you can see that it moved. As you can see, it's even like it went in a bit on this column. And I'll do that to the next ones. Mhm. And the last one, personal expenditure. Okay, so now if I close it and I open it, you will see it opens and closes. So it's important to do the same with all the other accounts over here. Open all the yellow ones to make sure that it's working correctly. If you realize you have missed something in importing, you can always create the account individually. Let's say you want to create an other income account. So what I do is I always follow the code as I said, and I can see that sundry income is my latest account for other income. So I will check the code. It's 11 3 zeros 10. So when I'm creating, I'll click on this one. My next code will be 11 3 zeros 11. It will be under other income. Let's say this is COVID income, and account type will also be other income because I want it as other income. My financial category will be other income, and I can save and close. And now you can see it falls under my other income, and it's there with the code and everything. So this is how we import the chart of accounts. It's very important to have this check after you import your accounts.